Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'm going to be doing a full face makeup tutorial using only Wet n Wild products. So if you'd like to see the look I create, then just keep on watching. Okay, so for this video, some of these products I've used and some of them I haven't. So a few of these are going to be like first impression type things. So the first product we're going to go ahead and go in with is for my brows, and this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom us on in. Okay, so first I'm just going to go ahead and brush them out a little bit. And here we go. Oh, it looks a little dark. Feels pretty waxy, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it is pretty dark compared to my natural brow. Okay guys, so this is it for the brows. I think this is the best I can get. They're a little dark, as you can tell, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's really waxy compared to the NYX Micro Brow, which is what I normally use, and because it's an actual pencil that you would have to sharpen, it gets pretty dull fast, which means it was kind of hard to work with, but yeah, let's just keep going. Next, I'm gonna go on and go ahead and do the eyes before we start our face makeup. And I don't have an eyeshadow primer, so I'm just gonna use the concealer that I'm gonna be using today. And that is the Wet n Wild Come Correct Concealer. And I've actually already used this before. I've never used it as an eyeshadow primer, but I've used it as a regular concealer. And to me, it's comparable to the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. It's a super thick formula. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and put this on my lids. And as you can tell, this one with concealer and this one without, it's pretty full coverage, and it covered a lot of the darkness that I have on my eyelids. And I'm gonna go ahead and set that concealer because it's super thick. I know it's gonna crease. I'm gonna be taking the All Natural palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm gonna be taking this lightest matte shade to set the concealer. Okay, I don't know exactly what eye look I wanna go for, but I know I'm going to be using this palette that I just used to set my eyes, and I think I'm gonna take this third light brown shade and use that as my transition shade. Next, I'm gonna go in with this taupey brown shade and work that into the crease as well. Okay, and because this palette doesn't have like a dark brown matte shade, I'm actually gonna go in with the Wet n Wild contouring palette and use this contouring shade in my crease as well. Going back into this palette, I'm gonna take this deep, like purple plum shade, and I'm gonna work that into the outer V and then the inner corner. Okay, next I'm going to go into this goldish shimmer color, and I'm gonna put that in the middle of the lid. Okay, now that the eyes are almost done besides the lower lash line, we're gonna go ahead and start the face makeup. For primer, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer, and I've never used this one. Okay, so the primer feels really good on the skin. It's supposed to like fill in your pores and stuff, which I don't know if it really did that, but let's just get on to foundation. For foundation, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this foundation is what everyone's been raving about on YouTube, and I've actually used it either once or twice. I still don't know how I feel about it, so let's just go ahead and give it another try. One thing I do like about it though is the little wand thing. It just makes it so easy to apply on your face, but it does kind of smell like paint, which is kind of weird. Okay, now I'm going to be using my Beauty Blender to blend this all in. Now that the foundation is on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the same concealer that I used as my eyeshadow primer and put that under my eyes. And like I said, it's really, really thick, so I kind of just put some in between my fingers and kind of warm it up, and then I go in under my eyes. And I'm gonna be using my Beauty Blender again to blend this out. Okay, before this creases, I wanna go ahead and set my under eyes and then the rest of my face. And I know I have the Wet n Wild Coverall powder, and I love that powder. I've purchased it like multiple times, but I cannot find it. So I'm actually gonna have to go in with my CoverGirl Advanced Radiance powder. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer. So for that, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild contouring kit, and I'm going to use the brown contour bronzer shade to bronze up my face. Then using the same powder, I'm actually going to take like a smaller contour brush and kind of contour with the same shade. Okay, now that I'm done with contour and bronzer, I'm gonna go in with blush. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush, and these are some of my favorite drugstore blushes. I have it in a bunch of different shades. This one is the shade Mellow Wine. For being such an affordable blush, these are so creamy and pigmented, and I love them, and I use these like all the time. Next, we're gonna go in with highlight, and I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders, and these are so good. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I mean, look at that. It's so good. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line. So first I'm going to be taking this taupey shade and running that across my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take this deeper plum shade and focus this on the outer part of my lower lash line. Then for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna take that highlighting shade we used and pop it in the inner corner. Then I'm gonna be using this white shade as my brow bone highlight. For my lashes, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. Okay, now my mascara is put on. I think that is my least favorite product that I've used so far. That took me so long to put on mascara, and I don't know, I feel like it's not that intense at all. It didn't really give me a lot of length, and it gave me zero volume, so yeah, let's just move on. As for the lips, I'm gonna be using the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit in the shade Rebel Rose. This is one of their new liquid lipsticks. And then last, I'm going to set my face using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look I created with all Wet n Wild products. I really like how it turned out, and I really like how the eyes paired with the lip that I had. Some of my favorite products were honestly some of the products I already have and use on a regular basis. One of them is the Wet n Wild Contouring Kit, and honestly this shade is so comparable to my Hoola bronzer. Another favorite is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes, and like I said before, I have a bunch of different shades. All of them are super good, so if you are looking for new, like affordable blushes, I would definitely suggest these. Another one of my favorites is the Wet n Wild highlighting powders. These are so pigmented and so affordable. I love these and I use these all the time. And then another new favorite is this Wet n Wild liquid lipstick. I had heard a lot of people talk about them, and so when I picked this up, I was hoping that it was really gonna work out, and I love this shade. I feel like it goes with so many different looks. Okay guys, that is it for this video. If you like these first impression full face using one brand tutorials, then give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what other brands you'd like to see. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more of my videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!